All right, so when launching your app, one of the most overlooked but critical steps is ensuring that you have the right legal protections in place. So that means privacy policies and terms of use that aren't just formalities, but basically the essentials for compliance, protecting your business, and building trust with your users. And so without them, you could face legal risks, app store rejections, or even penalties for failing to disclose how you handle user data. And so let's walk through this process of creating these documents step by step, making it as simple and actionable as possible. So first, let's talk about the privacy policy. This document explains how you collect, store, and use user data. Most countries and app stores require this if your app collects any personal data, whether it's emails, names, payment details, or analytics data. If you plan to have users sign up with an email, integrate third-party services like Google Analytics, or process payments, you absolutely need a privacy policy. To generate one, you have two options. One, create a custom policy tailored to your app's specific needs using a lawyer, or use a privacy policy generator. If you want a fast, compliant solution, go to termly.io or privacypolicies.com or iubenda.com. Let's go through an example using privacypolicies.com. So like this, you can see how it works and what it looks like. So first, select that you're creating a policy for a mobile app. Then answer basic questions like whether your app collects personal data, what third-party tools you use, such as Stripe for payments or Firebase for analytics, and if you comply with regulations like GDPR for Europe, CCPA for California, or other international privacy laws that I may not have cited right now. And once you've completed the form, it generates a privacy policy that you can copy and host on your landing page or app. Ideally, you'll want to create a dedicated privacy policy page on your website and link it in your app's settings or login screen. But this is a good way to start in general. And obviously, both Google Play and the App Store require this link before they approve your app for listing it on their stores. And so next, let's move on to the terms of use. While the privacy policy focuses on data collection, the terms of use defines actually how users can and cannot interact with your app. And so this document sets expectations and helps limit your liability. Think of it as like a rule book for your app. It covers topics like user responsibilities, prohibited activities, intellectual property rights, and legal disclaimers. For example, if your app involves, let's say, user-generated content, your terms should clarify that users are responsible for what they post, and you reserve the right to remove inappropriate content. And if you have a paid subscription model, you should clearly state refund policies, cancellation terms, and billing practices to avoid disputes. If you offer AI-generated content, your terms should mention that the app makes no guarantees of accuracy, and of course, users must verify critical information themselves. If you're building an AI, you have to try to make sure that whatever information that it gives, it is as close as it can be when it comes to authenticity, or I would say accuracy when it comes to using it within your app. And so, to generate your terms of use, you can use, again, the same platforms. You can even use another one called Rocket Lawyer or GetTerms.io. So first, select your app's business model, whether it's a free app, a subscription-based service, or an e-commerce platform. Then specify how you handle disputes. Many companies include an arbitration clause to prevent lawsuits and keep legal matters private. Once you complete the form, it generates your terms, which you can then customize and publish. What's good is that you can always use ChatGPT and other AI builders to help you do these, but these have some sort of a structure already in place that you can always use on their own platform and then bring it over to ChatGPT or any other AI platform that you would like in order to continue going into detail for your terms and privacy policy. And so now, let's obviously integrate these documents into your app and website. If you're using Webflow, WordPress, or Card for your landing page, create two new pages, one for a privacy policy and one for the terms of use. It doesn't have to necessarily be a link to your domain. It could be on a dummy website at first, just like this is just placed somewhere, or on a Google Doc. Nothing has to be live yet. You just have to have these documents somewhere. So like this, once you're ready to post and go live or submit your app, you want to be able to link them directly and just copy and paste wherever that information is. It's like this is ready to go. Most apps place these links in general if you want to put it on the website at the footer. So inside the app settings menu or on the login/sign up screen. Before we wrap up though, let's quickly go over compliance checks. If your app is targeting users in the EU, UK, or California, you may need GDPR and CCPA compliance features. So make sure to keep that in mind. And also this includes allowing users to request their data, delete their accounts, or opt out of tracking. If you're using Google Analytics, Firebase, or Meta Pixels, you need to provide an opt-out link somewhere or a cookie cookie consent banner within your website or your app. So like this, users can always opt out. And finally, if you plan to scale globally or seek funding, consider working with a legal expert. Many startups start with template-based policies, but later consult attorneys to refine them as they grow, especially with all the different features that they will be using within their own apps. And so the key takeaway, what is it? Get these legal protections in place early. You want to have a privacy policy and a terms of use that not only helps you comply with regulations, but also ensures that your users know exactly how their data is being handled. It's a small step that saves you from big legal headaches later down, and it makes your app look professional too and trustworthy from day one. Now that we've covered the legal foundation, your app is one step closer to being ready for launch. So in the next steps, we'll ensure that all your branding, business setup, and development strategies align so you can go to market with confidence. See you soon.